Hi, I'm Peter Cowan, the Bee Whisperer. We are back at the Bangor yard. It's a week since we set up these hives like this with 2 nucs, a queen excluder, and a communal honey super, which initially was partially stocked with the brood from those 2 nucs. So just as a reminder, if you didn't see last week's video, what we have is 2 nucleus colonies here, one facing this way, the other one's facing that way. We took the queen from each, put the queen down below with 1 frame of brood, maybe 2, and the remainder of the brood went up in a communal chamber up here. Likewise here, 1 frame of brood, maybe 2, went up in here, and the rest was empty space for the queen to lay in. So we'll have a quick look and see how things are looking. We shouldn't see very much going on apart from them backfilling brood frames here with a bit of honey, and hopefully building some comb down below for the queen to get on with it. So a bit of smoke in there. It's a lousy morning for playing with bees. We can give them plenty of smoke today. Didn't have any covers, but plenty of bees upstairs, and they're even drawing the comb out upstairs. See, this was a sheet of foundation. It's now getting drawn out. This is the point at which you also find out if you had holes in your queen excluders. The problem with using metal queen excluders is they can get bent out of shape and queens can get through, in which case it kind of defeats the purpose of what you're trying to achieve. But we shall see. To my knowledge, I don't have too many holes in my queen excluders. Some of this honey was from the nucs, of course. This is old honey that was in the nucs. Just gonna have a quick look. Brood emerging here. I mean, I don't see any young brood in here, which is a good sign. I see some that are about 8 days old, but those are the last ones laid, and nothing younger than 8 days old. Lots of cat brood and some 8-day-old brood. So gradually these frames will emerge as they're doing right now, and you can see this is emerging and they're backfilling with honey. And over the next 2 weeks, all of this brood will emerge, like this little girl here. They'll come out. These ones, as these bees emerge, those cells will then be backfilled with honey like they're doing in the other cells. Good, looking nice. I think this was a frame of foundation, which they've been building out nicely. Initially, and for a little while, it still acts like 2 separate brood chambers, this side and that side. And exactly the same thing going on here. Brood emerging, backfilling with honey. There's going to be a strong hive very soon. Look at all this brood emerging. This is all recently emerged, all backfilled with honey. All this brood still to come out. Lots of brood. Okay, so as far as we can see, no eggs upstairs, which is good. So in theory, we successfully got our queens. We didn't see them, we got them in there anyway, in the right spot. starting to be a slightly higher pitch buzz. Not surprising, really. Give them a bit more smoke. Being careful to leave the queen excluded down. It's getting some weight to it. And what we're just looking to see is that the foundation that we put in place here is starting to get drawn out. And the queen is filling it up with brood. Okay, I can still see I've got a frame of foundation here. Pretty soon that'll be full of, you can see they're already starting to put little bits and pieces on it. This foundation is starting to get drawn out. Full of very young brood. Queen's filled up this frame with eggs and larvae. In fact, here she is. The little green dot is getting rubbed off. So she's busy filling this frame up with brood. Very soon the next frame will be full too. Be careful not to squish her. So that queen's going fine. See, there's more festooning, more bees on this side. More bits of white where they're starting the process of drawing. Drawing on that side. And on this side. Why they're building queen cups, I don't know. So they're drawing the comb just a little bit more on this side, the side nearer the camera than this side. See, that's just full of eggs. So we know we've got a queen on that side too. So everything is going well. Bees are getting on together. Both queens are laying up a storm. Very soon we're going to have a need of a honey super on, so we're going to throw a honey super on this hive already. So this is now getting closed up. Gaskets in place, we'll straighten that up a little bit. And that's just to stop the queen getting underneath the queen excluder from one side into the other. They've been propolizing this, it's not quite done. Right now, we've only got 2 frames on each side to be built. All these frames are built. So So we're going to get straight on and put a honey super on top here. So I'm going to grab a honey super and throw it on. It's already above a queen excluder, so we know we don't need the queen excluder. So let's go and get a honey super. Okay, so this honey super I've got organized to make me some comb honey. So it's going straight on top of here. And what I have is alternate combs, shallow frames with drawn comb like this. And the alternate comb has got a little bit of foundation in here. It's a little strip of thin wax foundation, and I'm holding it in there, but I've put a bead of beeswax there to hold it in place. And so alternate combs are with foundation and without foundation, as it were. And when this is full of honey, I'll just cut all these pieces out and sell it as comb honey, that you eat the comb and all. And then, as opposed to getting maybe $11 a pound, you get about $32 a pound. So there's a good demand for it. Not huge demand, but there's a good demand for it. So alternate ones are comb honey here, and the other ones are drawn comb. That's to get them getting up in here and filling this space with honey. So hopefully the rest of the hives are just like this. That's it. I'm Peter Cowan, the Bee Whisperer. Looks like things are going fine. See you next time. We'll follow up.